Fugu. Fugu is a fatally poisonous fish regulated by Japanese law because of its toxicity. As much as it is one item on the menu you would want to try, fugu can be very injurious to health as it contains tetrodotoxin in its liver, skin, and eyes, which must be properly and completely removed to make it safe to eat. Failure to do this can paralyze anyone who eats it, coupled with side effects like numbness, dizziness, and difficulty breathing. In rare cases, it can lead to respiratory failure, which can outrightly lead to death. Ackee, a tropical fruit native to West Africa and also named the Jamaican national fruit. Ackee has a vibrant yellow color and a delightful taste, but it can also be very poisonous if not prepared correctly. There are two ways to escape the Ackee's doom. One is avoiding it when it is unripe, and another is not to eat the seed. This is because Ackee contains a toxin called hypoglycin, which is found in both its unripe fruit and seeds, and, if consumed, can lead to a condition called Jamaican vomiting sickness. This causes one to have severe vomiting, low blood sugar levels, and stomach cramps. Elderberries. They are small, dark purple berries that grow on the elder tree and are mostly safe to consume. In fact, they're used in pies, jams, and some herbal medicines. But that is not all that there is to them. They can also be poisonous if care is not taken. You see, raw, unripe, or not well-cooked elderberries can contain cyanogenic glycosides, which, when consumed in large quantities, can release poisonous cyanide into the body, which can result in abnormal stomach pains, nausea, and diarrhea. Castor beans, a plant which gained a reputation for being the most poisonous common plant in Guinness World Records in 2017. Although the castor oil is extracted from the castor bean seeds and is 100% safe to consume, no one dares to eat the seed itself, as it contains a deadly substance known as ricin, which can cause a burning sensation in the mouth, coupled with abdominal pain and bloody diarrhea. If proper medical care is not in place, this poisoning can lead to eventual death. Bitter almonds, the complete opposite of its counterpart, the sweet almonds. You may want to carefully note the difference in their physical appearance so you do not mistakenly taste bitter almonds for the sweet ones. Bitter almonds are usually slightly broader and shorter than the sweet ones. Guess you can call them short devils. They contain a compound called amygdalin, which breaks down into 42 times higher amounts of cyanides than sweet ones, and this is super toxic to the body. Casu Martzu, a spectacular kind of cheese that went as far as being named the world's most dangerous cheese by Guinness World Records in 2009. In fact, the interpretation of Casu Martzu is enough to stay away from it. Rotten cheese. That is what it means. Excuse me? Who eats anything rotten? Rotten cheese is a traditional Sardinian sheep milk cheese with a unique preparation process. Live cheese fly larvae are introduced into the cheese just to break down the cheese's fat, but they are also allowed to rot in there and then give the cheese a peculiar acquired taste. The toxic thing about this is that the maggots from the decomposed larvae, when consumed, can become a disturbing parasite. Green potatoes. Green potatoes are not some special breed or species of potatoes. They are simply regular potatoes that have developed a greenish color due to a natural chemical reaction that produces chlorophyll. This can happen because of lengthened exposure to sunlight or improper storage. So feel free to enjoy the absolute sweetness of potatoes, but if you notice a green tint, then you should steer clear of those tubers. You see, green potatoes contain a toxic substance called solanine, which can cause some trouble to the body system. This includes headaches, dizziness, nausea, and in some cases, seizures. Sassafras oil, an oil derived by extraction from the bark of the sassafras tree. Sassafras oil used to be an active ingredient used to flavor root beer and some other beverages, but this is no longer a thing because many countries have already banned its usage after discovering the toxic things it does to your body. Sassafras oil contains a toxic substance called safrole, which is capable of sponsoring allergic reactions like skin rashes and respiratory issues. Worse than this, it has been found to be highly carcinogenic and can totally destroy the liver. Nakji, a Korean delicacy that is not only sumptuous but also deadly. It is a raw dish made from a small octopus species called Nakji, translated as baby octopus. Although the octopus is most times killed before being served, you'll always get the feeling that you're eating a live one because its tentacles usually do not stop twitching. And that's the toxic part of eating Nakji. You see, those twisting arms are very sticky and strong and can stay glued to your throat and choke the life out of you. Nutmeg, a widely known spice used for various culinary purposes like soups, beverages, and baked stuff. You would be generally correct to protest that this sweet-smelling nut can be listed as a toxic food. But hey, there's a tad more to what you know about it. You see, consuming nutmeg is not an issue. Rather, when it is taken out of proportion, it becomes problematic. Nutmeg contains myristicin, a compound, if in high dosage, can have psychoactive properties and can be responsible for vomiting, dizziness, and a feeling of disorientation when taken in high quantity. Starfruit, also known as carambola, is a tropical fruit that looks like the star you see in the sky. Who knows if they actually fell from the sky? It is mostly safe and delicious to eat, but that cannot be said for the same people with certain health issues. Starfruit has this natural compound, oxalic acid, which is quite toxic, especially to people with kidney disease, as it can worsen their already bad state. Suppose people with a history of kidney disease, kidney stones, or kidney dialysis treatment consume starfruit. In that case, it can lead to hiccups, nausea, and mental confusion, and sometimes it can lead to their death. Salami, a tasty treat made from fermented and cured meat and is common in southern, eastern, and central Europe. The fermentation process of salami exposes it to harbor dangerous bacteria like Salmonella or Listeria, which contaminates it. This is where it gets its toxicity from. It is very difficult to know whether salami has been contaminated or not, so anyone eating it is exposed to experiencing twitches and twistings in the belly, as well as chronic vomiting. It can also cause diarrhea and fever. Before you eat salami, please make sure you sniff it hard to check for any funny smell. If it has any, you want to change your order for the day. Soda. This tasty, fizzy drink can never go wrong. In fact, it is one of the most popular beverages across the world. It has a satisfying taste that even calls for more, especially when it is very chilled. But wait, you know how they say that not all that glitter is gold? I guess not all sweet stuff is healthy too. When taken in excess, the sugar content in soda is enough to cause toothache and decay. It can also take your blood sugar level on a roller coaster ride and make your body susceptible to a number of health issues like obesity, hypertension, and type 2 diabetes. Junk food. This one comes in categories. They are delightful to the taste bud and are quite irresistible. Of course, it might sound weird that it is being listed as a toxic food because it does not taste toxic at all. But hey, beneath the tantalizing taste of your gooey burgers, crispy chips, and sugary delicacies are serious health concerns and hazards. Junk food is high in both calories and fats, which are sponsors of obesity and cardiovascular diseases. The creepy thing is that it can also alter the brain's activity and lead to addiction. So, the more you eat it, the harder it is to let go. Hot dogs. While we may want to excuse the controversy surrounding its name, we sure cannot overlook the adverse effect it has on human health. Hot dogs are cylinder-shaped sausages made from the emulsified meat trimmings of chicken, beef, or pork, mixed with a number of other ingredients, including preservatives. They are mostly used as fillings for buns and some other snacks and are very tasty, but they are not without adverse effects on health. The preservatives used in hot dogs can turn into harmful compounds when heated up and increase the risk of cancer. As a matter of fact, just one hot dog increases the long-term risk of colorectal cancer.